Welcome to the garden. How about we do a video? It's 83 degrees here in South Arkansas. Feels like 90, and the humidity is about 71%. It's a booger, but we're gonna get this done. Right here we have a little seating area that I've put together with some chairs and just some flowers in pots and things like that, so that when it does allow for it, we can sit out here and enjoy the garden. And I'll give you a little bird's eye view from the seating area. It's quite relaxing. So this is the four-way arch system. It's got an arch leading from each box over and then back over this way, and we'll go through them boxes. Right here I've got sunflowers. These are dahlias. I had no idea they were going to get that huge, so they'll go somewhere else next year. Down here I've got some royal watermelons that I just put in not too long ago. Over here I got pickling cucumbers, which I've picked quite a few off of, and there's lots of blooms and lots of pickles. They go over here to more pickling cucumbers. Right here I got kale. I thought I'd try it. It's growing crazy. I wish I had a lizard or something to feed it to, but the chickens will enjoy it. I cooked it. I mean, if I had to eat it, I could. Not something I would choose to eat, but hey, nutritious, nutritious, nutritious. It packs a punch of nutrition. Good to know I can grow it here. On this trellis right here, I have honeyboat squash growing up. In the corners, in all corners, I have sweet peas on these trellises. So now we'll go over. There's my mom's house over that way. Oh, that's our shed. Here I got rattlesnake beans growing this way and down the other side of the trellis. Here are some sweet peppers, some gypsy peppers, and they're doing pretty well. Again, more dahlia. Like I said, taking up a lot of room. This is a coneflower that came back from last year. More sunflowers. I love my sunflowers. Then we'll go to this side of the trellis. And over here we have acorn squash. And let me tell you, this thing is loaded with acorn squash. I mean, these are huge. I mean, pretty large. I mean, bigger than my hand. And it has taken off. It is arching very well, as well as the rattlesnake beans here. Right here is my little guava plant, guava tree. This, I believe, is the second year. It's pretty much doubled in size, so it's doing great. Right here I got loofah here and loofah there. I got borage here, and that's my four-way trellis. Right here is my bird bath. Right here is Junior's bed with his elephant ears. And these are new. I haven't grown these before. This year is the first year, and these are the teddy bear sunflowers, and I can't wait to see them at full bloom. It's going to be really beautiful. Again, Junior's elephant ears are doing great. This was some chamomile that has pretty much gone to seed, or is going to seed. A few new little things in the garden. Right here is Meyer lemon. Right there is a Nagami kumquat. That's some milkweed. This bush right here is another type of milkweed. It grows like a tree. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to grow, because mostly what I grow is little ones like this. There's another one over here in a pot, and I'll show you. Right here I got rosemary. I got red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, sage, more sunflowers. This right here is silver slicer cucumbers, and they are prolific. prolific. A couple more sunflowers. The silver slicers are pet and heat resistant. They do better in this humid Arkansas heat. So that's why I tried them this year. Right here is a Washington navel tree. On the back side of this arch is a bunch of sunflowers that I'm waiting to bloom. I can't wait to see all the colors. Right here is mammoth dill that I started from seed. These are some dill that I bought at the store. I got another borage here. See, there's another potted milkweed, and it's done bloomed, and it's getting seed pods now, as you can see right there. Yep. Right here is a ruby red grapefruit. More sunflowers. I got some Fresno chili right here. Right there I got a mammoth jalapeno. Right here some Anaheims. More sunflowers, cilantro all along the bottom. This is a squash that I have no idea what I planted. I'm still trying to figure it out. It gets these really pretty white blooms, and the fruit is elongated. So I thought maybe loofah, but it doesn't look like my loofah over there. And then over here is another squash, and I'm pretty sure this one is the tromboncino squash or the rompicante. Right here's my witch's money bags. It's a succulent, and it's really pretty, and it has a real pretty pink flower when it does finally flower. Let's see. Nasturtium's growing in the corner of that one. Let me step back this way so you can see the arch as we walk into it from the back side. This is my arch. I have some more squash over there. I put so much stuff in here. This one, maybe honey boat, or it's cushaw. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking honey boat. But see, this one squash here, it's taken up. I mean, it's probably going to smother this out because it is just everywhere. It's all the way down to this end over here. These are Kentucky Wonder pole beans on both sides of this trellis. Yep. Right here, more silver slicer cucumbers, as you can see that one right there. And it goes over this trellis into this bed again. Let's see. Okay, along here I have Cherokee purple tomatoes that are coming on pretty well. We're getting them. Along the bottom I have, that's oregano, basil, cauliflower, more cauliflower, more cauliflower, more tomatoes, Cherokee purples. Oh, I need to get that pinned up before the storm tonight. Cauliflower, cauliflower, marigold, more tomatoes. Broccoli in and out here. I got giant Marconi peppers in here. I moved my mammoth jalapenos. I had them in that bed over there, but there's beans there and they don't grow well together, and they weren't having it. So I moved them over here. We'll see if they'll do better. This right here is a volunteer marigold from last year. Behind it is another borage. Some more cauliflower. I don't know if these are going to do anything. It might be a little head. Yeah, there's a little head down in there. We'll see how far they can go. On all my trellises, you'll see I have sunflowers. That one didn't get so big right there. Some do and some don't. More basil. These are Better Boy tomatoes, and I don't know. They're just, I don't know if they're going to do well or not. They don't seem to be growing as well as my Cherokee purples. Right here I have eggplant. More of the Better Boys, real small. These right here, green bell peppers. More basil. This this broccoli right here, and this one right here we're letting go to seed. These two tomato plants, where did I get those? I want to say those are some clippings I took off of when I was pruning my Cherokee purples. I think I put some of the clippings in there. Let's see. This is a beefsteak tomato. And this one's fairly large. So looking good though. Can't wait till they start ripening. I got some oregano over here. The oregano on the other side was a variegated type. This right here is an Arkansas Traveler. I grew these last year, and I got a few big ones, but most of them were the size of salad tomatoes, so I don't know if that's indicative of them or if I just had way too many, because there was a lot. Right here is a jalapeno, another eggplant, another eggplant. I got poblano peppers here. This tomato and that tomato and that tomato there, I want to say those all came. They were volunteers that I pulled out of the bed that has my cherry trees in it. So we're going to see how they do. More poblano. And we're back over here to the trellis. Let's see where else we can go. Right here outside the greenhouse is my lilies, and they have been putting on a show. They're actually on the other end of the show now. These are fixing to bloom, but these right here are all but done. I have horseradish right here that will be going over there into those beds that we're going to go take a look at. Okay, so this bed over here, up next to all this wood, asparagus is on this end. And then this is a nasturtium. And then I've got more horseradish there that I took out of these pots. And I still have that big one to put in here. And then right here are all the Egyptian walking onions that came out of the bed over by the orchard over there. Another sunflower, of course. And right here is my Malabar spinach, and let me tell you, it is loving this heat. The Malabar spinach grows better in the heat. It's a little thicker, but it has a lovely taste. I enjoy it, and I get to grow it through the summer. And being iron deficient, it's good for me. So I will always have Malabar spinach in my garden. And when it goes to seed, I get to collect the seed, so I have a never-ending. These okra were itty-bitty. I mean, this little one right here was half the size. They were all like half size before this last few days. And if you know okra, I mean, it takes off in the heat, so it's doing great. This is my one little blackberry plant. And the plan is to grow a whole row of it through here, thornless blackberries. And then maybe on this other side, do like blueberries. So we have that. Here's the chicken coop. They're all coming to say hello. Hey, y'all. Oh yeah, we hear you, Gomi. Here comes Loki for his time in the camera. But, all right, so right here, I have a pear tree, new. Just got this one this year. Wow, you can hear the sirens out on the highway. We don't hear that often. This is a fig, and it's loaded. It's got all kinds of figs on it. Yep. Right there's another pear tree. It's getting some greenery on it. We've had this pear tree for about 5 years, but I've never gotten something that it can pollinate with. So hopefully this year we'll have plenty of pear. Over here, it definitely needs to be weed-eated badly, but these are my cherry trees. It's a Rainier cherry and a Bing, I believe it is. Rainier, sweet, and they're semi-dwarfs. And Bing, yep. So, Rainier and Bing. And then over this way, This is my 3-in-1. It was a 4-in-1, but I lost one of the grafts. Apple trees. And it is definitely getting a much needed pruning this fall. Yeah, so I have Granny Smith, Gala, and Fuji on this tree. Right here is my little pear tree. We've had this a few years. It has the most fruit it's had on it this year. But I bought another one to kind of help that out with pollination and whatnot. And I don't know, this one don't look like it's doing too well. But we'll keep at it. If not, I'll buy another one, I guess, and figure something out. This right here is what I call the hugel mound. We've thrown logs in here, old pots of dirt in here, which I still have a few pots in there that I need to get out of there and dump everything out of. Last year, this whole spot right here was full of cherry tomatoes that volunteered. This year seems to be squash. What kind, I'm not sure yet. Squash, pumpkin, something in that variety. I have a sunflower right there. Of course, if a sunflower didn't volunteer in my yard, it would be shocking. And then here's another squash or something right here. So, but that's my little experimental hugel mound. But that's it, y'all. That's the garden on this hot, humid day here in South Arkansas. I gotta get, Bill went and bought some lighting stuff for the garden. So this whole seating area right here, he's gonna build a raised platform so that we have like a little patio out here to enjoy the space. So we're gonna hang those out here and stuff like that. So that's it. Till the next one.